Welcome back, guys. I want to show you the best budget deck that you can take to the XYZ Link event. And once again, we have the Mother Spider Splitter, the spider deck available that I have shown you multiple times now in multiple events. This thing always being like the most or the cheapest thing that you can ever play in the event. I will show you every card. I will show you the combo at the end of the video. We will also talk about the budget decks after this because they are also not that bad. But we are having one shiny black sea squatter. We have triple effect Valor, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Goki Pole, 3 Baby Spider, 3 Resonance Insect, 3 Mother Spider Splitter, the card you want to get your 1-card OTK going. We have Gadalara, the Mystery Dust Kaiju just to clear up your opponent's board. We have 3 Dark Holes, 1 Rangeki, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, triple Insect Imitation getting you to your Mother Spider Splitter, Foolish Burial, and we have triple Small World also for the Mother Spider Splitter. We have 2 Twin Twisters to clear the board. This could also be Lightning Storms if you have them, but this is like a cheap option. We have 2 Called By and 1 Crossout. Obviously, they don't need to be here if you don't want to play them or if you don't have them, and then triple Infinite Impermanence. But as I already said, you can change these out for other board breakers or hand traps that you might have, but this deck still works if you don't have any of these ultra rares, obviously, because this just works with the cards that are in here. We have triple number 35 Ravenous Tarantula, triple number 84 Pain Gainer, and triple number 77 the 7 Sins. This is like that wants to go second. You want to clear your opponent's board, which is why you can also play Lightning Storms. You can play more Raigekis if you have them, or other board clearing cards. Don't play evenly matched because then you can't attack. You could play evenly matched to clear the board and then on the next turn attack. This could be possible, but I think a list that looks kind of like this is quite nice. As I already said, you can change out these Twin Twisters for any more board breakers that you have, like Lightning Storms or maybe Heavy Storms would be better obviously than Twin Twisters, but this is still fine. You will have the card to discard, and then your main game plan is, and I will show you this in the combo video or in the combo guide at the end of the video, is to go or get the Mother Spider Splitter, which is why we have cards like the Insect Imitation, like Small World, like Foolish Burial. It's very likely to get to the Mother Spider Splitter, and then with the Mother Spider Splitter and the little spiders, you can go into firstly number 35, then number 84, then number 77, and these have enough attack points to kill your opponent. This is actually a bit grindy. This is something that has to be said. This is not the strongest deck that you can play in the event, but this definitely requires basically 0 ultra rares, 0 ultra rare investment if you don't have anything, any deck. I have also made a video with the top 3 best decks that you can play in this event. It's in the top right corner. Go check that out. But if you don't have any resources, this is by far the best deck that you can play to get all the resources from this event and don't spend a single ultra rare while doing it. But now let's hop over into the loner decks, which are also not that bad. We will talk about them, and then at the end of the video I have the combo guide for the spider deck for you. Okay, and so obviously when talking about the budget decks, we do need to talk about the loner decks that are available. We have all Annihilating Dreadnoughts, which is a machine deck, actually Earth Machine. Not the biggest Earth Machine expert, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong here in the comments, that for an Earth Machine deck there are a lot of very important pieces in here. The most important pieces, I think the Infinitech River Stormer, for example, is very important. Then you have your boss monsters here. You also have a Therion King Regulus, Omni Negate online. This is definitely not a bad deck. Then again, I think you will need to understand how to play this deck. This is not a just pick it up and play it perfectly deck, but you need to understand the combo, which I, for example, am not really aware of. So in terms of power level, I'm not super good guessing how good this could be. I guess if you can play this deck, if you know how to play Earth Machine, then that is better than the spider deck I just showed you. And if I am correct here, we have basically all of the stuff that we want in this deck. I think we would want to play more Machine Citadels if we could. Then we also don't have a lot of hand traps, but this is something with the loner decks that has been a trend, that the loner decks unfortunately do not have a lot of hand traps, which is a bit sad. We have a Raigeki for a board breaker. This is not bad. We have Forbidden Droplet, triple Impermanent, and the Ash Blossoms here. I guess we could definitely cut out on a few of these engine cards. I'm not quite sure whether we want like play this triple. I'm not quite sure, but I think we could cut some of the engine cards to get more non-engine. But all in all, this looks quite nice actually. Then we have Extreme Life, which is a life twin deck combined with Sprite. Actually, not that bad. We have the Deep Sea Diva here, which basically gets you into 2 level 2 bodies that you can use with your gigantic Sprite. We also have the Sprite Elf. We have the Leaf Leader and the Kill, as well as the Trouble Sunny here. We have the Zeus package. We have also the Cavalry Centaura, which is part of the Zeus package. This cannot be destroyed by battle. Then we have Nightmare Unicorn, which we don't have access to an SP, which is why there's an IP in here. And honestly, I think this deck is actually quite nice. They basically put everything Sprite in here, but we have the Blue at 1, the Jet at 1, the Starter at 1, and then we once again have unfortunately only Infinite Impermanences and the Ash Blossoms. Here we could also cut out on some of the starters here to get more hand traps in here. So for example, Secret Password as well as Life Twin Sunny Snitch is something that I think you don't want a lot of copies of. Also Life Twin Home is something that you don't want to have in this deck at all. But you have interruptions like your Sprite Smashers, like your Sprite Double Cross. And definitely have a few of the most important cards in here. I would have liked more reds and more carrots, but the core of the deck really comes together. And I have to say, this is one of the better loner decks I have seen. If you know how to play Sprite, then definitely pick this up. I would say over the Spider deck. The Spider deck's advantage is that it doesn't need any resources. They don't also, I guess, but you also don't really need to understand how to play the deck because you go Spider OTK and I'll show you the combo in a moment. You don't have to know anything else. If you don't know how to play this deck, then I guess you won't be very successful, honestly. But yeah, this is actually not a bad loner deck. And then we have Wings as an Eternal Heaven. Wings as Eternal Heaven. Oh, this is Raidraptor. Okay, interesting. So once again, looks pretty good in terms of what we have in here. We have Raider's Knight, we have the Brave Strix, the Wise Strix, we have the boss monster Raidraptor Rising Rebellion Falcon. This could actually be nice because this is an unoutable boss monster. And if I mean, there's some cards in here that we don't really need. There's the Arsenal Falcon that we do really need. I think everything that we need for the entire full combo is here, and we also have everything that we need here in the deck. This actually looks kind of nice, and here it's not a problem that we have like a lot of engine cards in here because this deck wants to have a lot of engine cards and normally also plays a lot of engine cards. There are some like Raidraptor Cord that you wouldn't play in here for sure, or this one Raidraptor's Phantom Knight, but the most important pieces are in here. So if you know how to play the Raidraptor deck, if you know the combo, which I also have a combo guide on the channel for, go check that out and you can learn this combo, which is not that complicated, and you can end up on your boss monster. This is actually quite insane. A really good loner deck, I have to say. So the quality of loner decks has definitely increased over the last few events, but once again you will have to learn all of these decks a bit more in depth in order to play them correctly and in order for them to be better than the Spider deck. But now, after looking at the actually good loner decks that you could also choose, I will show you the Spider deck OTK combo. Alright guys, let me now show you the combo. It's pretty easy. We have the Mother Spider Splitter, which is what you need to kill your opponent. You can get this through various means, various cards in the deck. We will activate Dark Wolf first because a lot of the cards in the deck are there to interrupt your opponent. You want to go second here or destroy the field so that you can just use your Mother Spider Splitter in order to OTK. So you activate this thing and then you will summon from the deck or hand these little spiders. You want to summon every one of them. Then you just need to activate any one of them. This will tribute, once again, any one of them to make the other ones level 10, which is nice. Now we can go ahead and make the number 35 here, number 35 to the field. And now we can climb up the XYZ ranks. You can now go 84 here, which is what we are going to do. And then we can climb even further into the 7 sins here. And what we can do now is activate our little baby spider here from the graveyard. You activate the spider, select the 7 sins, and then you can choose your number 35. This is the one you need to choose. Select this. Once again, select this, and then you will summon this. And now this basically boosts the attack of our other monsters here on the field by the difference in life points, which would be 4,000. So obviously we can now go ahead and kill here. If there would be another monster on the field, you can first attack with this here. You do have to keep in mind though that this will always be the difference here. So yeah. Go ahead and calculate this a bit before making the kill. But you have a lot of instructions in the deck and you can play even more if you have some more of the non-budget options, such as more lightning storms, for example. But we can just go ahead, attack here, and then kill our opponent if our opponent would not have a Caught by the Grave, but Call of the Haunted. But fortunately, we have the Caught by the Grave and getting this thing out of the graveyard. The RE basically crossing out my plans here, but it didn't work. We are getting through and we are killing the opponent. This is the very easy combo that you can do. Your deck is basically tuned to reach this combo to destroy your opponent's board before and then get you to your Mother Spider Splitter 1 card OTK. This is the end of the video. Thanks for being here. Let me know in the comments what you are playing in the event. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up and the notification bell, and we will see each other in the next one.